I'm Anthony from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the song Message to My Girl by Split Enz. Okay, to play this song to be in the same key as the original Split Enz version, I'm going to place a capo on fret 1 here, which will make a lot of the chord shapes easier to handle. But saying that, we're still going to play some bar chord shapes anyway. So, first off, I'm going to play the very first chord, which is in the intro and at the verse beginning as well, which is a B flat chord with a C in the bass, which basically means we're playing one finger across fret 3 from the capo here, 4 strings in the middle. And the idea is that this is the C note in the bass, and these 3 notes here are forming a B flat chord. If you had like a B flat bar chord there, that's where they come from with this C. So this is called a slash chord. It's a chord on top with a different bass note in the bottom from a regular root note of the chord. So it gives this sort of ambient, sort of jazzy, spacey sound. The next chord is going to be a C bar chord. It's one of those guys there. So alternating between this chord and that chord for the intro and for the part of the verse. And so the song itself is very keyboard heavy, lots of synths and piano parts in it. There's a bit of guitar in there, but there's not so much a set sort of strumming rhythm guitar part, which I'm going to create now for our acoustic version of this song, if you want to just sing it and play the guitar as you would like to. So strumming patterns are a little bit made up here. So the first one I'm going to do for this 2-chord section is going to be down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And so one thing I'm doing here is I'm muting the E string with the tip of my finger up there, so it prevents that from ringing out and sounding really horrible like that. So we're trying to control that by muting. Otherwise you can strum really accurately, but that for me it's like I call it my insurance policy. Stops that extra string ringing out by accident if I hit it by accident, preventing that horrible clashing bass note. With the bottom string you can let that ring out. If you hit it, it's not too bad. It sort of changes it to like sort of a, I don't know if you call it a B flat 6 chord. And the C chord, when I do the C bar chord, I'm muting the bottom string by not pressurizing the very bottom of this finger down the bottom there. But that's okay. So I'll do that again one more time and then we'll move on. So this is the intro and the verse rhythm pattern, 2 chords. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. So that's that section. So then the second half of the verse we'll move on to another chunk of chords, which are going to be A minor, E major, C with the G in the bass. So normal C would be that, as you might hopefully know, but to add the G in the bass, which is this note here, I'm going to stick this finger 1 string up, little finger will join the party in here on number 3 fret. So C G, it's like a beefier version of C really, extra grunt in the bass. E major, A minor, and here's another little weird jazzy chord in this song, B flat major with a flat 5. And I'm going to play it this way, so which is that sound. And so what I've got here, instead of being like a B flat bar chord like that, I'm placing this F note down to an E, and I'm doing that with my second finger here, which is fret 2 from the capo, third finger there, little guy underneath. So this is the 5th note of the chord, as it's called, taken down a fret, making it a flat 5. And I'm just hitting the middle 4. So it's sort of ugly chord, but that's what he's playing. And then that goes to D. So there's some sort of interesting changes happening there. So then strumming wise, you've got sort of 2 options. The simple one, because these chords move fairly quickly, would be to do it with just down, down, up on every single chord. So I might just do that, and then I'll also show you version 2, which is a bit funkier or something, more interesting. Anyway, easy version first. A minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, C, and the E, and the A, the hard one, and D. So there's that version, or you can make it a bit more rhythmically interesting by going down, 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 up. It sounds like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. One more time. much as that. So it's a bit more exciting sounding doing that way, but it makes it a little bit harder. So that's the second half of the verse. And then that will go back to, in the first verse anyway, back to that 2-chord thing we were talking about before. So, but then the second time around, after you play these quick A, E, C, G, etc. changes, you're going into what I call a pre-chorus. And so we've got an F chord, and G. And that's going to take us into the chorus. There's two chords here. And to make the rhythm more interesting, I'm going to vary that too. Nothing too complicated here, but I'm going to go down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And we're into the chorus. Hopefully you can hear that in the way the chords are moving there. So the chorus chords here are C, just plain old C, F, I'll do the bar chord again, C, G minor bar chord, which is a really nice change, very unexpected, E flat. Normally E flat would not be on a dot as a bar chord, but because we have the capo on fret 1, what would normally be fret 6 is now on fret 7 where the dots are. So this is, I'm going to call this E flat from the capo, which is one of those shapes we had all the way back from C in the beginning. Up here it becomes E flat with the capo on it. Then I'm going to jump to F, bar chord again. Now a C sus4, which is C with an F note in it. And so to do that, I'm going to do this shape, which is, I've got a finger here barring 2 strings, which is this C and F note down the bottom. And a pair of fingers here, adding this little F guy in here as well. So we've got that sound. So C sus4, which is holding tension, going to C normal at the end of the chorus. And so then with all those chords, there's strumming, of course. Again, I'm just going to simplify things down to the classic strum of down, down, up, up, down, up. So we're just going to do that little guy. 3, 4. Okay, so after that chorus, there's an interlude, as I'm calling it, which is like a little piano melody, which is like the intro, but then there's a little change in the melody itself. The notes are E, C, G, B flat, C, F, E, and then in this middle section which we're discussing, it now goes into a bunch of triplets, starting with an A on fret 2 there. A, B, C, D, E, D, C. And the next bit's similar, A, B, C, D, E, and there's a rest, and then you just have a D chord. And so while we're on this topic, I'll go back to the intro, which is very similar. So the very beginning, the melody is E, C, G, B flat, C, F, and E. There's a 2 bar sort of hanging out area there. And the second time around, similar but different, E, C, G, B flat, C, F, and then you got a G, number 3 G there on the first string. So you can, if you've got another friend who plays guitar with you or another instrument, you can play the melody as well as the chords, which is quite cool. So that's all the main elements of the song. See if you can piece them together and have fun trying to come up with your own version of Message to My Girl by Split Enz. Subscribe to the Learning to Play the Guitar YouTube channel for more lessons, and don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications when I upload a new video. You can also check out my books and more guitar lessons at learningtoplaytheguitar.net. Thanks for watching and keep practicing.